Since I am a walking, talking version of the law of attraction on crack, I decided to create this video to let you guys know just how powerful the law of attraction really is. Since I used to be a closed-minded skeptic, I used to walk this planet thinking that the law of attraction was just a bunch of BS. It wasn't until I became more and more sensitive as a professional psychic medium that I started attracting and attracting and attracting everything into my life. I believe in walking through life with an attitude of gratitude because that is the highest vibrational state you can possibly be. Gratitude and love. If you're broadcasting that to the universe, then that's what you are attracting to yourself. So I want you to pay attention to what signal you're broadcasting because that's what you're going to bring into your life. Believe it or not, your magnet is stronger than you think. And I'm going to demonstrate in this video just how strong we can be as magnets. Now, I am not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to focus on just the good and the flowery stuff. The good part of being a sensitive and having such a strong signal that I broadcast is that when I do broadcast positivity and optimism toward the future, my life just falls into place like the video game Tetris. I am like Snow White walking down the street. The birds are singing, the trees are dancing, the sun is shining. Everything's fantastic. But I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on what happens when I'm pissed off. So I'll get to that later in the video because I want to show you what happens on the other side, the converse. Okay, so just a quick review. I want you to know that what makes us magnets are our thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and attitudes. Okay? So are these positive or negative? What are you broadcasting? What are you sending out? If you're driving on your way to a root canal and this Hawaiian Airlines flight goes directly over your car, are you thinking, here's to ya? Or are you thinking, aloha, have a great time, bring me back some chocolate-covered macadamia nuts? I have news for you. What kind of message you're sending to other people is going straight up into the lovely cloud floating above your head that is also known as the collective consciousness. So what you're broadcasting to other people and your attitudes towards them is also part of what makes you a magnet. So I want you to pay close attention to that. Okay, number one, I am going to use myself as an example for all this stuff. Desires, okay? Now the other side asked me to make a dream board. And this is where you go online and you Google images of everything you want. House, car, a book deal, an interview with Jimmy Kimmel. Whatever you want, you Google it, you print out those photos and you stick them on a big poster board and you decorate it and you make it all nice. In the book The Secret, they refer to this as a vision board, okay? The other side approached me and said, Christine, we want you to make a dream board. And I said, that is lame. Because one of my specialties is fighting the other side. Every time they ask me to do something, I say no. And then I finally give in. So I did it. I went to Michael's and bought all these arts and crafts and stickers and glitter. And it's all pink with cool little funky things hanging all over it. And so I made my dream board and hung it on the wall in my bedroom. It looks like a 16-year-old girl did it. I'm not very good at art or collages, but whatever. I managed to pull it together. So, because I'm sensitive to energy, I'm able to tell you what I picked up on as a result of creating this dream board. All of a sudden, I started feeling energy swirling around the room. And I was like, what is that? And they said, we're taking your order. I said, you did what we asked you to do. Now we're taking your order. What are your desires? We're paying attention. We're paying attention because what you contribute to society, you have that coming back to you. What goes around comes around doesn't always have to refer to the negative. What goes around comes around refers to the positive too. So if you're like out there helping people connect with their deceased loved ones, we want to give you what you desire. The universe wants to bring you something back. They're paying attention. So go ahead and create your dream board. Another thing is I was looking at a Michael Kors catalog and I was just going through my mail saying, I want this and this and this and this. I was just talking to myself. Well, they went and I started feeling energy swirling around my head. And I said, what's that? And they said, we're taking your order again. So just small little things. Let them know what you want. Ask for what you want. Make your desires clear because they really are paying attention and they want to give you what you want. And another thing that attracts things. Oh, people just do not realize how strong this is. Conversation. I'm at breakfast with my mother and my brother, and all of a sudden they start talking about the Parisian catacombs. I feel energy swirling around my head. I think I'm gonna pass out. It feels like 1,000 deceased loved ones all trying to speak through me at once. So I tap my brother and I say, these catacombs, like, does that have like a lot of death associated with it? And he goes, only about 6 million people. And I was like, I need you to stop talking about it right now. I need you to change the subject right now, because talking about it was attracting all the entities associated with that circumstance. I'm probably not the person that you want to discuss your thoughts on the Holocaust with, because I will run away from you. If you start talking about the Holocaust, I will come under psychic attack. Everyone will try to start speaking through me at once, and I will literally just run away from you. When people bring up subjects that involve a great deal of death, like wars, I get scared because I take this very seriously. I take conversation very seriously. Another issue is just what I think about my thoughts. This is a big issue. When I watch the news, what am I doing? I'm thinking about what they're saying on the news. So what I'm doing is I'm tuning in to that drive-by shooting or whatever they're talking about, car accident. And the problem is the energy starts swirling, and I start channeling the emotion associated with that tragedy. And it gets really, really overwhelming. So gotta be careful what I think about. So your thoughts really do attract things. Conversation, you're thinking while you're talking. So be careful. Now, this is the juicy part. My emotions. What happens when I'm really, really upset? One of the things that freaked me out when I became a medium was literally the other side's reaction to me being sad. Their reaction to me being sad was like the end of the world. Sound the alarms, we have to do something. This is the apocalypse. This is really, really bad when Christina's sad. So I got dumped, and I'm sitting in bed, eating my chocolate ice cream, watching, Remains of the Day or whatever, and just pissed off, hating life in general, and just crying my eyes out sad because I got dumped. So I finish watching the movie, go to sleep that night. I wake up 4 times that night to the smell of burning wood. And I got double pane windows, all the windows or doors are shut. It's not coming from anywhere. So I asked the other side, what are you guys doing? Like, what's going on? What is that? And they said, it's burning cedar. The Native Americans are here. They're doing a cleansing on you. Just go back to sleep. And I'm like, why? And they said, because you're too sad. You are attracting negative entities. So we have to do a cleansing ritual on you for protection. Just go back to sleep. Don't worry about it. We've got it handled. So that freaked me out because it was the other side's reaction to, she's sad, she's sad, she's sad. We have to do something about it. So again, it just goes to show you how emotions can attract negative entities or positive entities. I did Google Native American rituals the next day and looked up burning cedar, and it was a cleansing ritual often performed while the person sleeps. So I found it online, what they were doing. Pretty crazy. So Native Americans will also get involved with their traditions. Now, last but not least, so I'll just put this under here. Dumped. Now, this is the really creepy part. My cat, Toby, passed. He passed from a kidney stone in the middle of the night that wreaked havoc on his bladder and his kidneys on the way out. So I woke up in the morning to blood everywhere, and I mean blood everywhere. Carpet, duvet, bed skirt, my couches. I mean, there was blood just everywhere. I had a great deal of cleanup to do. I can talk about it now without crying, but after my cat had passed, I had come home from the animal hospital, and it was time to do laundry. And it was time to do about 10 loads of laundry, so I spent the rest of the evening in the laundry room downstairs. So I was running up and down between the laundry room of my building and my unit. So the other side freaked because this is the lowest my mood had gotten the entire time I've been a medium. My cat was my fur-covered son. He was my baby. So to have him pass just so suddenly was very devastating for me. And I attracted negative energy times 10, okay? Times 10. All right, let's see. So the other side approaches me and they say, Christine, we need you to put your iPod on and blast the music and dance around your condo while you're doing laundry, and we need you to go put your crucifix on right now. And I said, I don't want to do anything right now. Just leave me alone. I just lost my cat. I ignored him. I was crying, mad, yelling, just not even wanting to deal with them. So they just keep showing me an image of my iPod because music raises your mood. However slightly it would raise my mood in that current emotional state didn't matter. They needed my iPod to do something. They needed the music to do something for me, and they needed the crucifix for protection against negative entities. So I ignored them and I wouldn't do it. And they kept showing me clairvoyant images, iPod, crucifix, just trying to get me to do whatever. Wouldn't listen to them. So as I'm going down to the laundry room, I fell down the stairs and twisted my ankle. While I was in the laundry room, my bag of quarters broke and quarters flew everywhere. And during the course of the evening, while I was doing all those loads of laundry, the washers kept overflowing. They kept breaking. They would just stop working out of nowhere. The lights were flickering. And then finally, I still wouldn't put on my iPod or my crucifix. I still ignored them. I was like, forget it. So I come back to my unit. I made myself ground beef and salad for dinner. It's a nice little Atkins diet dinner. I know it's weird. So I'm sitting there just spoon feeding myself sauteed ground beef, and I start choking on it. I start choking on the ground beef, and I'm seeing stars. Stars are creeping in, and I'm about to pass out. I can't breathe at all, and I live alone. So I'm in trouble. There's no life alert or anything. I'm in trouble. So I managed to give myself the Heimlich maneuver on a chair, and it came out, and I was okay. But after that, that's when I finally put on the crucifix and put on my iPod, and then everything cleared up after that. But I just want to let you know that's an example of what happened in one evening when I was too upset, and the other side kept trying to reach out, and I just kept pushing their hand away. So one of the things that really does freak me out about attracting negative entities in such a horrible emotional state is their reaction to it, because they take it very, very seriously. So unfortunately, the purpose of this video is to let you know how powerful the law of attraction really is, and also not to sugarcoat it for you, because evil really does exist. And I know people don't want to hear that, but it does. So make sure you are a magnet for wonderful, positive, and amazing things. I don't care if you're walking around as the fluffiest, squishiest, happiest Pollyanna you can be. I don't care if it's fake. Whatever you can do to make your magnet work for you so that you can attract positive things into your life, that is what I recommend. In the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.